guys, welcome back to the channel. I know before you say anything, it's been way too damn long. I've just been really unmotivated to post anything on YouTube, and I sincerely apologize for this, guys, but without further ado, I'm back. Alright, so here we go today. Do a quick update on what I got going on, which really hasn't been much since it's been so cold. But I am starting to pick back up on the MR2, which you see behind me. But you'll also notice behind me it kind of looks a little bit more like a garage. I have put panels up on just two ends of the carport here, so that's been kind of nice. And I have some huge billboard, what do you call it, tarps, I guess, in a sense, that a friend of mine gave me. So I'm going to use those to do the long sides. These are the short sides that I have paneled up right now. The goal ultimately is to hopefully redo this shop. Well, not, I shouldn't say redo. The goal is to maybe turn it into an actual garage. I'm not quite sure how I want to handle the long sides of the walls, because I still need to get vehicles in and out of here, and I don't want to restrict it to a small little garage door. One theory is to build sliding doors that you can slide, you know, both to one end and give you an opening on one side, or close them and close kind of everything off. So far I like that idea. Just a matter of coming up with a good idea and getting some more of this paneling that's behind me. It's the rigid panel. If I can get some more of that, that'd be great. The stuff I have behind me and that's behind you on the camera, same stuff, but those were only, I think, 8-footers. I believe were 8-footers. So they don't go quite all the way to the ground, which is fine, because right now, if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen some pictures of it flooding back here. It kind of bowls down here, about where you're sitting right now. It kind of bowls. So it's got to drain out. So that's the other big issue why I'm not really rushing to close up this whole carport. But I am trying to make it a little bit more workable as far as when I go to paint and do stuff like that. I do kind of need a little bit more of a protected area so it's not windy and blowing crap all over the place. But anywho, so here we are. Do a quick walk around. The next shots you'll see will be on my GoPro. So the audio probably won't be as great, but it'll be there. I'll probably get some other shots. I'm going to show my son's car. If you don't follow me on Instagram, then you probably don't have a clue what's going on with my son's car. But if you do, then this will be a little bit more in-depth detail on what we did and how we did it. Alright guys, here we go. Alright, well hopefully the audio picks up pretty good. Last couple times on this GoPro it's been kind of rough. So here you have it. She actually has the front end back together. Needs headlights. Front end is all back on. This paint that's on here now, this color is actually a Rust-Oleum from Lowe's. My son's shot this on there just to see if he's gonna like this color. It's supposed to be a royal blue. It's a little bit lighter than he wants, so I think what we're gonna do is just reshooting the whole car in just a black Rust-Oleum. And you'll also notice it has glass in the front. That was a fun adventure. First time I've ever put in a windshield. Definitely learned some mistakes on that, but you know, it came out all right. You can still read the VIN number, so, and it's a brand new windshield, so hopefully it doesn't leak. We've still had it covered up. We got quite a bit of window sealant down up on the bottom, definitely across the top. It squished out everywhere that I could see. The window trim was the fun part. Did not realize that we probably should have put the window trim on around the window first. Probably would have helped a lot more. May have made it a little bit more of a pain in the butt to get the window set in place. But I was able to work it in kind of on this side, not 100%, get it up around, but then that kind of shoved the whole window over that way. And what that caused was that side did not really fit in right. And not wanting to take a chance on breaking it, we just kind of trimmed it on that side to get it to sit into place, the glue in there. So I think pretty much these seals here are just for aesthetics anyways, and we'll see. All right, so what we do have here is a 5.3 out of the Suburban back there. We're not 100% done with the wiring just yet. We do have the little Amazon fuse block cut down to 5 fuses. The relay for the fuel pump is actually using the factory relay for right now. We do plan on moving that into here with an actual different, you know, square relay, so we can get rid of this stuff. I'm not sure what this is. A lot of this stuff you see I have tied up out the way. We went through when we were trying to get this thing kind of squared away. We still have to make a bracket for the ECU to sit. He's just kind of leaving everything generally how it would sit in the trucks. Put the bracket back in here. Nice thing is, if you are doing this swap, this is the Suburban power pump or power steering pump. The only downside is I believe it's what they call a hydro. I can't remember. This hooked up to the master cylinder, so you don't actually have this big old vacuum can on the Suburban. So this is right now just plugged up, so it's not losing a bunch of fluid. But everything else, as you see, this is the Camaro gearbox, and it threaded right in there perfectly, so there was no issues there. Everything worked out. My son did buy a aftermarket radiator. We still have to also install the fans, electric fans for that, because we are not running that, which there's plenty of room, we probably could, but electric fans are a lot nicer. So that is the update right now. It does start. I will do a startup. We did the exhaust. Not an exhaust person, but I think we did pretty damn good. We used the stock manifolds. We cut them down so they fit. I don't know if you can really see in there. We cut them down to where everything cleared a lot better, and we were able to kind of splice it in there, kind of do our little magic, get everything working correctly. So there's not much clearance, I'll give you that much, because the mufflers on these these Camaros, the mufflers actually kind of sit in a pocket over there on that side. So there's about 6 inches of clearance. Not as much as you'd probably like, but we did the best we could. We just got to add some clamps there. We had to cut it. We had to cut it there to kind of make this bend, because these headers are not identical. Our manifolds are not identical. So we had to kind of cut it and do like a little pie cut to bend it so it kind of sat even all the way through. And then we just kicked them out right in front of the back tire. Sounds really good. It runs really good. We got good clearance on the oil pan. That's just the truck oil pan. If he wants to, he can always go back later on and change that out to a GM like I got. Mine's got about 2 inches more clearance than that. So all right, here we go. Hopefully this thing will pick up some good audio. I'll move around with another. Ooh, gotcha. All right, here we go. And I believe this has got the Woolboro 450 fuel pump in there. It is hooked up to the ECU, so when you first kick it on, you get that 2-second purge, and then it kicks off. Alright, I'm going to do a couple little rev ups for y'all. And probably get some reverberation off the deck there a little bit, but at least y'all kind of get an idea of what it's going to sound like. It sounds really good, honestly. Now we haven't cut in the O2 sensors yet on it. That's the only thing left for the exhaust wise that we have to do. Is the O2, the front O2, the pre-cat O2. The only thing you hear here is just the injectors running. Nice and solid motor. That's only got about 129,000 miles on it, so she's got some life left in her, that's for sure. This is just temporary, just to get the mass airflow hooked up on it. It is drive-by-wire. Yeah, drive-by-wire. So that's actually already a replacement, because the one we took out of the Suburban took a crap on us. We're not sure if it was the pedal or the box. So he went to the junkyard and just picked up both, I think, for like 40 bucks. Looks like we got a little bit of fuel leak. A little wet. Okay. But it is return system, so shouldn't have any issues with that. It's quiet. It's actually not that bad at an idle. It's not ridiculous. For as short as the exhaust is, it's actually not that obnoxious. It does have those little 10-inch mufflers on them. I don't know if they're any name brand, but this whole kit came from Amazon. It was like $114, and I think he spent the extra $4 and got the or not $4, $40 I think, and got the mufflers. Other than that, you just get the pipes, all the prevent pipes and pieces. This was a stick. This had the 5-speed in it, which was going to be a little bit more of a challenge to try and figure out. So we decided to just stick with the automatic. So he robbed the shifter and all that stuff out of the red parts Camaro. He did get new tires, so those are brand new tires. Nice and tight yet. And the buzzer actually works in this one. I forgot about how these things had that little lock. That little lock that you got to push in to turn the key back. He is going to fix the floor, so don't panic about that. Like I said, this car was pretty well rusted out. We're not going into great huge detail to restore this car just because of the fact that it's a 3rd gen. There's plenty of them out there. So everything we've done so far, once he finds a better donor, we can just unbolt it all and swap it over. It's not hard. There's not a whole lot to it. And the Rust-Oleum paint that we're going to shoot on this thing is super cheap. I think it's like $40 for a gallon of black, and that is more than enough to paint this whole car. It'll make it look decent at least. But there you got it, folks. There's a LS Swapped 3rd gen Camaro. Hopefully you guys got some information on this, if anything. Just some more information on that. The motor mounts are welded to the K-frame. We didn't go with the original clamshell style like I did with mine. So that's the only difference, is we did weld in the 2 tabs that the bolt goes through. We welded those in, so those are welded directly to the cross member. You do have to unlock the ECU, which I'm sure everyone that's going down this venture has found out. You do have to unlock the ECU, which we had. The funny thing how we did that was we couldn't get the stupid thing to connect for whatever reason. My HP tuners wouldn't connect how we had it wired. I don't know. I'm guessing maybe because we had it twisted together and wasn't soldered, that might have been corrupting the data flow between the computer to my laptop. I don't know, because it connects now, but prior to that we just kind of had everything twisted together, you know, just to see it run. So how we did that was we took that, which I believe was a green and red connector, and put it in my Suburban, which is a blue and red connector, or vice versa. It was one or the other. They were different. So what we had to do was basically just switch the little plastic caps off the connector, and slapped his ECU in my Suburban, and unlocked it, and then just disabled the VATs is all we did. That's all we've done to this so far, is just disable the VATs. We've had it on some test runs. As a matter of fact, last weekend for my birthday, I took it down the road, got on a little bit on this back street, and the back street comes to a dead end, and brakes went out. And it's all brand new brakes. What happened was the tire was rubbing on the rubber hose going to the caliper, and ran out of brake pedal. That was fun. First time that's ever happened to me. So thankfully it happened to me and not my son. I was able to throw it down at first, slow down just enough, and whip it on a turn and limped it back home. So I'm glad that definitely happened to me and not my son, because he's only 19. He hasn't had that much driving experience, so I'm sure whatever he was going to attempt probably wasn't going to work, like pulling the e-brake, which right now don't even do crap. But anywho, I'm just rambling on, ramble. Here we go. There's a 3rd gen Camaro swapped, which is basically what mine is. Mine, I'm just waiting for a little bit more money. I just need to get a fuel pump. I need to unlock my ECU. And of course, once I get this MR2 done, I'll have paint for my Camaro. And then that's the plan, is to paint my Camaro. And now that we're heading into springtime, the weather's going to be a lot more enjoyable. Or I shouldn't say enjoyable. It'll be enjoyable, but it'll be cooperative as far as getting that done. Alrighty folks, I know this isn't going to be a huge video. Hopefully I'll get to see the finished product of my son's car. Hopefully soon mine will be up and running. I'll definitely try to do some video while I'm shooting this MR2. That way that's some more content to throw out there. So once I get the MR2, then I've got that black 88 C10 to start tearing down, so that'll be a new project. That one's not going to be quite like this one. As far as I know at this point, we're not doing an LS swap in it. The customer's grandpa owned that, so it's a little bit more sentimental. He just wants me to go through, frame up, wants me to do all kinds of work to it, so it's going to be a lot of work. But, it's the love of cars. Oh, one other thing my son did get, switch y'all around, is that right there. That is a 2000 Chevy Silverado 5.3 as far as I'm aware of. It's a 5.3. Picked that truck up for $700 bucks. Starts, runs, drives. The only issue, it has no 3rd or 4th gear, so yeah, I know what that means. That's transmission rebuild time. He did buy the parts for it. He ordered a new upgraded sun shell, but when we got it and looked at it, it didn't look brand new. And so he's hitting up the people, and I haven't heard yet whether he's got information back on it. But he's supposed to find out if that was supposed to be a brand new one or a used one, because what we got definitely was not brand new. You could see wear marks around the sun shell where the spline sits. You can see it's been used. Plus it's got dirt all over it and crap like that. So that's that. And that's it for me, folks. Today, I don't have much else to talk about. I think I've pretty much filled y'all in what's happened over the last two months since I've posted. Not much. So, alright guys, stay with me. I know it was a gap in between trying to get my momentum rolling back in there, start posting more videos and doing more. So stick with me. I'll definitely be posting more. Maybe not 2 a week or 1 a week, maybe every other week. I'll get back into it. You know how it goes. Things go, you kind of get tired of editing videos and doing all this crap. So anyways, alright guys, give me a thumbs up, leave some nice comments, get this stuff rolling. Hey, if this channel starts to grow a little bit more, I mean, shoot, then I have no choice but to start posting more video, more content. And I really don't see content slowing down at this point, because I mean, I've got my Camaro, I've got my son's Camaro, I know he plans on putting cam in it. He definitely plans on doing some stuff to his truck. I want to do some stuff to my Camaro, like possibly turboing it. So definitely got to get some work done to get some money, because everything I do out here is all play money for me to put into my projects. And since the cool weather hit, I kind of came to a standstill, which sucks. So hopefully here soon we get to turn the tide and start making some progress on stuff. All right, guys, stick with us. Subscribe if you haven't. Look at the top of my channel. You'll see my Instagram handle. Go check out, subscribe to my Instagram. Help me pick that up, because I don't have very many subscribers on that. And definitely sometimes I like to just post little pics of what I'm doing on there versus shooting a whole video just for a couple little things. But definitely hit the subscribe button on here, and you know, give me a thumbs up. Leave some comments, man. Tell me what you think. How am I doing? How are we going? Do I need a new haircut? I don't know. All right, guys, take it easy.